Hello, today we are talking about sports. Let's study Unit 7 and then you hello. All about sports. All about sports. If we talk about sports, I think many of us, or all of you, like sports. I like football, you like basketball, she prefers swimming, and so on. So all the sports are popular. So let's start with the new vocab here. First word, court. Court. The players play tennis in the tennis court. The players play tennis in the tennis court. Okay? Number 2, wooden. Wooden. I have a wooden toy, it's made of wood. I have a wooden toy, it's made of wood. So the third word, leather. Leather. My bag is made of leather. My suit bag or my bag is made of leather. My shoes are made of leather. Rubber. Rubber. That's the car tire is made of rubber. The car tire is made of rubber. Verb measure. We use rulers to measure lengths. We use rulers to measure lengths. Canadian. Canadian. Jack is from Canada. He is Canadian. So, Jack is from Canada. He is Canadian. His nationality is Canadian. Pools. 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 Pools, they are long pipes or pits. They are long pits of metal or wood. They are long pits of metal or wood. Something that we can use in order to strengthen a place. Then trophy. Trophy. الأهلي team won the match and got the trophy. الأهلي team won the match and got the trophy. Okay? These are the new vocab of Unit 7. Let's move to the language notes here. We have the word racket and the word rocket. They are different. We need a racket to play tennis. So, you can't play tennis without a racket. Number 2, I can see a rocket in the sky. So the rocket, something that goes into the outer space. The rocket. Okay, racket and rocket. Then we have similar to and the same as. Similar to and the same as. For example, this car is similar to my car. This car is similar to my car. Number 2, so this car is the same as mine. You can guess that they are twins. Can't differentiate between them. But similar to, something like it. Okay? Number 3, indoor and indoors. Indoor and indoors. Chess is an indoor activity. So the word indoor is an adjective. Chess is an indoor activity. But the word indoors is an adverb. Like, we stayed indoors to play chess. We stayed indoors to play chess. We have also the word outdoor and outdoors. They are the opposite of these two words. They give the same meanings. We also have full of and filled with. Full of and filled with. This bag is full of books. This bag is full of books. The poles were filled with hair or wool. The poles were filled with hair or wool. We also have to, adjective, to plus infinitive, and so plus adjective, that, and the complete sentence. It's too cold to play outside. That means that we can't go outside because it's too cold, very, very cold outside. Number 2, this tea is so hot. So, hot, that I can't drink. So the tea is very hot, I can't drink it. This tea is so hot that I can't drink. Okay, let's move to the grammar lesson for today. Contrasting information. Contrasting information. When we have two sentences that these sentences give us different positions like this. We have four words: although, however, but, and despite. Let's check them. Although he played well, he lost. Although he played well, he lost. We also, he played well, however, he lost. However equals but. They are the same in the usage and their position in the sentence. He played well, but he lost. Like however. Despite, the word despite is always followed by both gerund or a noun. Gerund or a noun. The word despite. Despite playing well. Despite playing well, he lost. I can say despite his well play, but here despite playing well, he lost. So these are the contrasting information. Yes. Necessity and obligation. I think we talked about something like that before, but today we will differentiate between them, the necessity and obligation. Have to or had to in the past, must and mustn't for obligation. We use have to or has to talk about rules or things that other people say they are necessary. So the obligation is from other people, not from yourself. She has to get a passport. Why? To travel to London. She has to get a passport, so it's a rule or it's the law that obliged her to get a passport to travel to London. But number two, we have to go to school on time, so also it's a rule. We use don't have to or doesn't have to talk about things that aren't necessary. Like, she doesn't have to hurry, she isn't late for school. She doesn't have to hurry, she isn't late for school. They don't have to take the medicine, they get well. So it's not necessary. The past simple form of has to or have to is had to, which is the same for all subjects. For all subjects, singular or plural. I couldn't go to the park yesterday because I had to finish my homework. Because I had to finish my homework. The negative of past simple is didn't have to plus infinitive. We didn't have to do computer studies when we were at primary school. We didn't have to do computer studies when we were at primary school. It shows lack of necessity in the past. So this shows lack of necessity in the past. Make a question with question word plus did, subject, or have to plus infinitive, like how long did you have to wait until the bus arrived? How long did you have to wait until the bus arrived? Okay, let's check must and mustn't. Must and mustn't. We use must and mustn't plus infinitive without to say that something is important to do or important not to do. This is an obligation from yourself. You must see a doctor. You have been ill for a week, so it's a must to see the doctor. If I want to warn someone or prevent him from doing something, I can ask him with mustn't. He mustn't park here. It's against the law. He mustn't park here. It's against the law. So, the usage of must and mustn't, again, you must see a doctor. You have been ill for a week. It's a must for you, only you, to see the doctor because you are sick. You are ill for a week. Okay? Okay. Okay, we have a practice here. Read the following sentences using words in brackets to get the same meaning. Number 1, it's not necessary to go out. It's not necessary to go out. I ask you to use have to. So you don't have to go out. You don't have to go out. Number 2, it is necessary for him to study hard. It is necessary for him to study hard. Use must. He must study hard. He must study hard. Number 3, he had to buy the books. He had to buy the books. Use necessary. It was necessary for you or for him to buy the books. It was necessary for him to buy the books. Because the sentence is in the past, so we have to use was or were. Number 4, do they have to sell the car? Do they have to sell the car? It's a question here, and we ask for necessary to. So, is it necessary for them to sell the car? Is it necessary for them to sell the car? The last sentence here, it is against the law to park here. It's against the law to park here. So, mustn't. You mustn't park here. You mustn't park here. You or we. Okay? Mustn't park here. This is the practice for the grammar for today. Let's check something here. What would you say in the following situations? You are a spectator and your team loses the match. What can you say? I can say, what a loss! We were close. What a loss! We were close. So it expresses that you are disappointed or very sad about your team loss in the match. Number 2, your team wins the match. Your team wins the match. I'm so happy. Hey, congratulations. I'm so happy. Congratulations. Number 3, the referee decides that you did something wrong. You play a match and the referee decides that you did something wrong. Well, that's okay, I'm sorry. So you have to apologize for the referee or for your opponent. For your opponent. Because you have done something wrong to him. Number 4, you ask your friend where the Olympic game first held. You ask your friend where the Olympic game first held. Yes, where was the Olympic game first held? Where was the Olympic game first held? Okay? So, this is all for Unit 7 today. Today, let's check what we have said today. Today, we checked some new vocab like the word court, wooden, leather, rubber, measure, Canadian, holes, and trophy. We also differentiate between the word racket and rocket, similar to and the same as, endure and indoors, as we said Indoor opposites the word outdoors, and indoors there is outdoors. The difference is in the meaning. It's the opposite meaning here. Full of, filled with, and we also have to plus adjective, to plus infinitive, and so plus adjective, that, and complete sentence like these two sentences. It's too cold to play outside. This tea is so hot that I can't drink. So also we have contrasting information here, methods by, although, however, but, despite. As we have said, however and but are the same, and despite and although are the same, but despite is always followed by gerund, but although is followed by a complete sentence, like that. Although he played well, he lost, and despite playing well, he lost. As I have just said, however and but are equal in the same meaning and the same usage. He played well, however he lost. He played well, but he lost. Then we moved to the necessity and obligation here, using the word have to or had to in the past, must and mustn't for obligation. As we said, have to or has to talk about rules or things that other people say they are necessary, and the negative form of them are don't have to or doesn't have to. And in the past simple form is had to, and it's for all subjects. Here, as we said, how can we make a question? As we said, use the question word plus did, subject plus have to, infinitive. How long did you have to wait, for example, until the bus arrived? We also talked about must and mustn't here. It's always followed by infinitive without to say that something is important to do or important not to do, like that. He must see a doctor. You have been ill for a week. He mustn't park here. It's against the law. We also talked about these situations, like when you express your sadness about losing a match, like what a loss, we were close. And also we said that if you are happy about winning a match, so you can say I'm so happy, congratulations. If the referee decides that you did something wrong, so that you have to accept his decision, that's okay, I'm sorry, and you apologize for your opponent. The last thing here was a question about the time in the past, like where was the Olympic game first held. Okay, thanks for today. That's all for today. Thank you.